This conflict now increasingly resembles the extremely destructive regional wars of the late 1990s and early 2000s. Their goals are varied. They talk often about amnesty for their fighters, about wanting a past peace agreement with the Congolese government to be respected by the government, about wanting the Congolese Tutsi community, from which many of their senior military leaders hail from, to be protected. And they also now have more national interest as well, talking about even, overthrowing the government in Kinshasa. In one sense, that's because the government has wanted to sort of give the impression that this rebel group is a Rwandan stooge and nothing else. Maybe it felt that dignifying the group with talks would be to treat it as a sort of separate entity with legitimate grievances rather than a kind of proxy projecting Rwandan power and interest. It's all been really well documented by UN experts. There's really no doubting it. The UN has even said that the Rwandan army is in de facto kind of control over the M23. Rwandan actions represent a kind of clear violation of international law and just a clear act of aggression. In terms of its motives, it's a kind of blend of security, political and economic interests, sort of mixed together with historical claims over the territory where the M23 is active. In a sense, the war is already a regional war. You obviously have Rwanda supporting the M23, but then you also have, according to the UN, Uganda that has been supporting the group in different ways. Then on the side of the Congolese government, you have Burundian troops fighting to support Kinshasa. You also have Southern African troops that have been fighting, supporting Kinshasa. Now you have kind of all these countries digging in, sending in seemingly more troops to DRC. You have the DRC government, of course, refusing to negotiate with the M23, and you have the M23 using more national rhetoric and threatening to take the war to the capital, Kinshasa.